All right, let's break down what was just revealed on First Take this morning, because it could have massive implications for the Lakers' future. Multiple reports dropped, all confirming what's been speculated over the last few days. Los Angeles isn't done yet. In fact, they may just be getting started. One of the major talking points today was centered around Rob Pelinka and the Lakers' recent move, with particular attention given to the Marcus Smart signing. Yes, it's now official. Smart is a Laker. But what makes this news even more important is the context that came with it, including behind-the-scenes details that point directly to Luka Doncic's role in shaping this roster moving forward. Let's dive into it. The show opened by confirming what many had suspected. The Lakers' offseason isn't complete, not until we have full clarity on Luka's future in LA. According to First Take, the Lakers are preparing to visit him personally in Slovenia and plan to meet with him again during Eurobasket. He's reportedly spent meaningful time with team governor Jeannie Buss, which speaks volume. And the way insiders framed it, this isn't a guy positioning himself to leave in free agency. If anything, the exact opposite is happening. It's now confirmed that the Lakers are all in on retaining Luka long-term. And based on the internal momentum surrounding the situation, First Take analysts said they believe Doncic will remain in Los Angeles, which completely shifts the franchise's short and long-term strategy. It means bigger moves are coming, and the team is already laying the groundwork for those next steps. Now, let's go back to Marcus Smart for a second, because his own words told us a lot about the vision forming in LA. When asked why he chose the Lakers, Smart said the motivation is simple: winning. His exact sentiment was clear: this is where the show starts, and this is where the show ends. He spoke passionately about chasing championships and how the Lakers' current roster gives him a legitimate shot at returning to that stage. It's rare to hear a new signing speak with that much conviction, and it says a lot about where the franchise stands. And remember, the Lakers had to make tough choices to get him here. They parted ways with Jordan Goodwin and Shake Milton to create the roster flexibility they needed. It's already paying off. But here's where things took an even more interesting turn. Marcus Smart also opened up about his relationship with Luka, or rather, the lack of one prior to this summer. He explained that before this offseason, the two didn't have much of a connection beyond mutual respect, but that changed when Luka actively started recruiting him, and not just casually. Smart described it as a concerted effort. He said Luka was trying to build something special in Los Angeles and wanted Smart to be a part of it, and it gets deeper. The First Take panel emphasized that Doncic hasn't just been recruiting Smart. He's been working behind the scenes with Rob Pelinka, communicating regularly, and even having input on what direction the team should go. If there was ever any doubt about Luka's commitment to the Lakers, that doubt should be gone now. Add that to what Ramona Shelburne reported, that all signs point to Luka signing a new deal soon, and it's pretty clear he's not going anywhere. That's crucial for multiple reasons. First, it gives the Lakers a foundation to build around. Second, it allows them to be aggressive in trade talks and free agency, knowing their star is locked in. Third, it energizes the locker room. Just ask Marcus Smart, who's already echoing that excitement. Now, Smart didn't stop there. He admitted he knows he'll be booed by opposing crowds. He knows he'll have to earn the trust of Lakers fans. And yet, he's embracing it. He made it clear that he's ready to do whatever it takes, whether that's starting, coming off the bench, defending the other team's best player, or simply being a veteran presence in the locker room. And that's where we'll pause, because the rest of Smart's interview touches even deeper on Rob Pelinka's long-term vision and what the Lakers might still have up their sleeve. And here's where the conversation on First Take took another sharp turn. Lineup debates are already heating up. There was even a suggestion tossed out. Could Marcus Smart start over Austin Reeves? That's a bold call, no doubt, but it's a conversation worth having. We'll let fans weigh in on that. But what matters most right now, and what First Take emphasized, is that all indications point to Luka Doncic signing an extension with the Lakers. That's the true headline, because once Luka is locked in, everything else becomes secondary. The future of this franchise revolves around him, and the fact that he's actively recruiting players on behalf of Rob Pelinka, that tells you everything about his level of commitment. Now, speaking of Pelinka, Let's take a look at what the Lakers GM had to say about all this, particularly about adding Marcus Smart. In his own words, Pelinka called Smart the kind of player who helps a team compete at the highest level. He highlighted Smart's ability to make winning plays, whether it's on defense, hitting timely shots, or simply setting the tone. His message was clear. Smart is the kind of addition that aligns perfectly with the team's culture and goal. That said, Pelinka didn't reveal too much about what might be next. The front office seems content, at least for now, with the roster, but they've got flexibility. As First Take pointed out, the Lakers still have about $40 million in expiring contracts, including names like Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber. Those contracts might not be core pieces, but they're incredibly valuable in the trade market. And with Luka expected to commit long-term, there's an urgency to start building seriously around him. Now, not later. One big question raised today was about DeAndre Ayton. Could he be the long-term anchor at center for this team? That remains to be seen. His impact will depend heavily on his consistency and work ethic, two areas that have fluctuated in past seasons. If he locks in, he could absolutely be part of the Lakers' core moving forward. One thing is certain though, with Smart and Luka together, this team just added another competitor who goes all out every single night. While Smart may no longer be considered a pure lockdown defender, he's still a relentless presence. And that alone raises the Lakers' defensive floor. Because let's be honest, this has been a mediocre defensive team. Adding someone with Smart's IQ and motor is going to change that immediately. The panel also reminded us, Smart isn't old. At just 30, he's far from the end of his career. Sure, injuries have slowed him down in recent years, and last season with the Wizards was forgettable, but this is a guy just 3 years removed from winning Defensive Player of the Year. If he stays healthy, there's no reason he can't play a similar veteran role well into his late 30s. Think PJ Tucker-level longevity, but with more skill. Bottom line, the Lakers are better today than they were a week ago. Smart brings leadership, tenacity, and playoff experience. That raises both their floor and ceiling, especially on defense. And that's the kind of growth championship teams are built on. To wrap things up, First Take threw out a fun challenge for fans. What would your starting five look like if the Lakers had to play a must-win game tomorrow? Would you start Marcus Smart? Would Austin Reeves come off the bench? What about Rui Hachimura? Should he be moved into a sixth-man role? One proposed lineup had Luka, Reeves, Smart, LeBron, and Ayton, a smaller but versatile group. And honestly, with Luka as the core, you've got the flexibility to experiment. The bottom line from today's segment? The message is clear. Luka is the future, and the Lakers are already building the foundation around him. The extension looks imminent, and everything, from the Smart signing to Pelinka's comments, points to a front office that knows exactly what it's doing. So stay tuned, because if this momentum holds, the Lakers could be on the verge of something big. More news is coming, and First Take will be right here, breaking it all down. He's definitely a valuable piece for this roster, but let's not forget, they've got plenty of other guys who can make an impact. Take someone like Jake, for example. Plus, they're holding on to some expiring contracts, which gives them flexibility. Now look over at the bottom right. Check out those draft picks. It's not an overwhelming amount, but compared to where they started, it's a huge upgrade. They didn't lose any major picks. That 2031 first-rounder, still theirs. They've also secured a few pick swaps, and now they're stocked with second-rounders too. So no, it's not enough to pull off a blockbuster for a superstar, but it's definitely enough to go out and get exactly what they need. A strong on-ball defender who can guard at the point of attack. That's going to do it for this breakdown. Appreciate you all for tuning in.